If you have unintentionally exited the webinar, please click on the Zoom invitation link again to return to the webinar. Please raise your question through the chat function. All questions will be answered at the Q&A segment. Due to time constraints, the speakers may not be able to answer all questions posted. All the participants who attend the webinar till the end of the session, we will provide you with a QR code for you to scan and fill up the feedback form. Based on that data, we will provide you with the digital certificate and it will be shared with you approximately 1 to 2 weeks after the session. Now, let's kick off the webinar. I will introduce our first guest speaker for today is Mr. Manish Gidwani, FCCA, MSc, CA, CPA Australia, CPA ASEAN, as a CEO and founder LSAF Global Education. Mr. Manish will provide insight into the hospitality industry in Indonesia and also globally. Mr. Manish Gidwani has been an ACCA member since 2001 and alumni of the prestigious University of London. He is currently the chairperson of ISCA Singapore, which provide advocacy, employability, and networking opportunities. He is also the CEO and founder of London School of Accountancy and Finance, the only gold-approved learning partner ACCA UK in Indonesia, and approved learning partner ISCA Singapore. He has been professionally education and training industry for almost 20 years, mainly devoting himself to his vision of widening access to education. Without further ado, I will give the floor to Mr. Manish Gidwani, FCCA, MSc, CA, CPA Australia, to start the webinar session. Mr. Manish, time is yours.
All right, thank you so much. Please confirm if you can hear my voice. Can be, ya. So, selamat pagi semuanya. Terima kasih already attending this session. My name is Manish Gidwani. Tadi sudah diintroduce. Hari ini juga saya ditemani oleh rekan saya dan kakak saya dari Singapura, ya, Bu Yati. Bu Yati, kalau ada di sini boleh say hi.
Hi. I hope everybody can hear my voice.
Yes, yes. Terima kasih, Bu Yati. So, thanks to Bu Yati, we have the hospitality, the whole new venture in Indonesia. Terima kasih Bu Yati buat Census Institute yang kerjasama dengan LSAF di Bali dan di Jakarta. Yeah, so I will share briefly, Bu Yati, about the topic today. Then I'll hand over to you shortly. Yeah, so topiknya hari ini adalah mengenai hospitality entrepreneurship in Indonesia and also international market. So let's get started here. Let's go to the next slide. Yeah. Oke, so ini akan kita bahas ya mengenai apa sih hospitality entrepreneurship, ya, why now, will it remain important, challenges-nya apa, kita akan bahas how to grow-nya, skills yang dibutuhkan, dan competency framework-nya seperti apa. Ya, so next. Jadi saya mau sharing sedikit mengenai pengalaman saya recently, ya. I like to go to different hotels with different ratings, ya. You know, sering tinggal di 4 stars, 5 stars, but sometimes just to experience what is 3 stars like and why they remain in 3 stars. Itu recently I was in Bali, and I choose to just stay in a 3-star hotel in daerah Legian, you know, and just want to share you sedikit pengalaman, ya. When I reached there, the guy was the one who was handling me. The person who was carrying the bags, the one who would check me in. the one who's bringing the bags to the room, they were so super, super nice. I didn't feel that I ended in a 3-star hotel, gitu. So the smiles, the service, the kind of attention to detailsnya, taruh handuk di mana, taruh air di mana, taruh soapnya di mana, everything is being thought about by this person who's managing this place. Satu hal yang saya sayangkan adalah, everybody is operating like 4-star and a 5-star hotel gitu. Tapi kecuali ownernya. Kecuali ownernya. Why I say that? Karena saya tanya kepada people there, senang ngobrol-ngobrol, So I asked that, kenapa your person, kenapa you're in 3-star gitu? Your hotel is only charged at 350,000, padahal you have all the facilities, you could be charging 850,000 or even 1 million, Dia bilang karena ownernya tidak dukung kami. Kita bilang ada ini harus dibetulkan, ini harus dia coba mengurangi cost dan tidak mau karena kita udah diidentifikasi sebagai 3-star, dia tidak mau upgrade facility. So I said, what a waste gitu ya. Tadinya dia bisa gain more higher margin, tapi karena dia menganggap rating dari customer as identity, instead of saying that, oh, you are still 3 stars, I can actually move to 4 stars and 5 stars gitu. So itu yang saya lihat keunikan bahwa rating dari customer dianggap sebagai suatu identitas, tapi bukan sebagai pelajaran, ayo kita maju ke 4 stars dan 5 stars dan seterusnya. So that was my experience. Then I realized that hospitality itu is not about just managing a place gitu. Hotel is actually about delivering exceptional customer experience. Giving them the smiles on their face, attention to those details. Dan ini cuma bukan ada di hotel, it could be in the restaurants. I remember recently I went with my wife on my anniversary to Blackout. The kind of attention to details that they put in, making sure even when they present the drinks to us in the most nice way and have a customer experience-nya. Ada drink yang ada fire komponennya, ada presentation-nya. So the experience that you provide to customers and those small details that they put in, the way they present the plates, the way they put in the spoon and fork, right? Those details is what makes the customer experience. So hospitality is about that, putting smiles on your customers with and making sure. So it could go to any industry, restaurant, hotel. Many people pikir hospitality is about hotel, Padahal even any events, any club, anything. Hospitality is very wide. So that is my first message today untuk para hospitality entrepreneur, bahwa let's adopt this mindset of exceptional customer experience menjadi pedoman buat para pengusaha hospitality. I notice hari ini juga ada beberapa pengusaha hospitality. I just want to call out Pak Tony, if you're here. Hi, Pak Tony. I think he's here. Pak Tony, Pak Tony
Yes,
also,
I'm here, Pak. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Pak, for
thank you, Pak
having me
Tony,
here.
for joining us today. So you're also managing certain villas, and also I think it's very relevant to what you are doing, right? So next slide. Right? Kenapa sekarang gitu ya? So tadi I already shared that hospitality itu is exceptional customer experience, tapi kenapa sekarang gitu? Karena I realize that hospitality itu sekarang as the time where dia operating in an ecosystem yang sudah tersedia. Zaman dulu if you have property, you do not know how to generate revenue out of it, harus cari penyewa. Now you have Airbnb, you have Red Doors, you have Oyo, right? You have Booking.com and Agoda, which is driving the travelers to your property gitu. So apa namanya, bahkan the tourist experience ya di Traveloka ada namanya experience ya, experience. So even that is all connected. Jadi we are living in a zone di mana ekosistem traveling itu sudah terbentuk gitu. And if you want to be in the hospitality business, you just need to be part of the ecosystem. So it is the most exciting time untuk hospitality entrepreneurs untuk masuk ke dunia hospitality dengan lebih luas lagi ya. So I see the increasing demand for traveling, leisure, yeah. Even there is no peak season on certain places, yeah. Bali is still so crowded, you know. Indonesia punya wacana mau membuat 11 Balis in Indonesia. Ya, itu menjadi salah satu wacana dari Menteri Sandiaga Uno. Ya, so not only Bali, but he wants to create 11 other Balis, you know. Belum lagi ada lifestyle. Ya, if you go that people are working remotely, nah itu juga menjadi opportunity for us ya, para digital nomad. Belum lagi yang well-being tourism ya. People go there untuk apa katanya ya, healing. Yeah, so yeah, getting healing and I know people are looking for some community and now lagi banyak wacana mengenai sustainable traveling, yeah, where we try to not harm the environment, living in a green environment. Jadi artinya untuk investasi di properti itu bukan bayangannya adalah kita harus bikin modern as possible. Justru actually this is time you can make it as yes. If you didn't hear my voice, just stop me. Yeah.
Sure, sir. Yeah.
Voice is good. Yeah. Okay. So that's the reason yang I wanted to encourage and we have this session mengenai kenapa sekarang gitu ya. It's the right time. The ecosystem is there, the demand is there, and we just need to be part of this hospitality sector. Yeah. Next. Apakah akan penting terus gitu? Will it remain important ya? Ada beberapa data yang saya tampilkan bahwa hospitality itu akan contribute 3.4 trillion to the global economy. Dia akan memberikan jobs ya, creating jobs ya. So kita ini we are not telling para penggemar hospitality that ayo kerja di hotel, kerja di villas atau resort atau restoran. You know, just looking for jobs gitu, or creating a career for you. But we are saying, why don't you create jobs for the hospitality industries? Makanya fokus dari LSAF dan Ascensus itu adalah kepada entrepreneurship-nya, bagaimana managing. Nah, so bayangan mengenai perhotelan apa cuman bersih-bersih kamar, cuci piring, doing front office. I think itu adalah hanya pengalaman yang kita perlu tahu supaya kita ngerti sebagai pengusaha every detailingnya, tapi secara garis besar that's not the end goal. The end goal is becoming an entrepreneur and creating jobs ya. Tourism growth akan naik terus ya, sudah kita melihat sendiri. Next. Pertukaran budaya, cultural exchange, ya, yeah, that's where you are as real as possible ya. Jadi hospitality is not about mereka datang dari satu negara and then they go to another negara and then tinggal di chain of hotels ya. Ini yang menarik adalah people don't want to be in the same Marriott in UK, Marriott in Indonesia, or you know that will continue to be there. But if you want to experience culture, harus contextualize. So I really like the approach of Kempinski. For example, di Bali, they really put the culture inside by creating the whole Apurva structure, very Bali-like. Yeah. So cultural. Jadi if you are in the hospitality business, how can you show the local culture in your property, in your hospitality business? Budaya itu sangat, itu yang pengen orang experience. That's why Airbnb is all about experiencing local cultures rather than tinggal di hotel mewah gitu. Innovation and trend, ya, Airbnb berhasil punya hospitality business tanpa memiliki even single property gitu. So they have 7 million listings worldwide, and growth-nya is at 7%. Okay, and we are all globally connected, so traveling has never been easy like today. So these are some of the data, ya, economic impact. So I'm just trying to encourage you bahwa hospitality industry ini adalah has a social impact. It's not only benefiting you, but also benefiting the society around you. Yeah, next. Yeah, you can keep going. And in Indonesia, we are hoping to have the same impact, yeah, with the creating employment for 13 million people through hospitality industry, right? So again, Indonesia is home to 300 ethnic groups. Mereka memiliki tradition and culture sendiri. It's just that we are not proud enough of our culture. Like if you go to a hotel in India, they will greet you with the garland, put the red mark on your forehead, and that's an experience people want to experience when they go to India. So, but in Indonesia, not every hotel exposes the Indonesian culture, right? Everybody wants to become a modern hotel. So my encouragement is, in fact, use the hospitality to expose and share begini loh Indonesian culture. And that's, if you notice, successful hotels in Bali are those that expose the culture in Malang, right, in Surabaya. Yeah, so those modern hotels might not sustain for too long. There are too many of them. Yeah, next. Nah, what is the challenge gitu ya? Challenge-nya itu adalah mengenai understanding that hospitality business itu naturally atau inherently sudah akan impact dari seasonality-nya, ya, bahkan ada seasons, peak seasons, off peak seasons, right? So I'll just share with you quick challenges supaya you understand what is needed out of you. Yeah, next. So of course the licensing, permits, compliance, ya, Indonesia untuk mulai bisnis baru memiliki secara data perlu 13 days, ya, 13 days to start a new business. Next. In Indonesia, it's very important to be culturally sensitive, right? Yeah, so how we talk, and every culture has a different. So you know, if you're targeting towards China tourists versus Russian tourists versus Australian tourists, all your environment must be managed accordingly. Yeah, so sensitivity is very important. Next. Competition is high. Yeah, everybody wants to be in this industry. Yeah. Next. High capex. Yeah, but I still feel it's not about the capex that we would like to discourage you from entering hospitality. Yeah, like I said, Airbnb and Oyo, they started their hospitality venture without owning any properties. So I think collaborations and partnerships is a must-have for hospitality entrepreneurs. Next. Technology, ya, I think in terms of when the moment kita mau pergi kemana, sudah banyak suggestions and AI already tracking your behavior. I think so working with the technology partners is a must-have. Sekarang sudah ada hotel di mana dari pas kita hadir, in terms of bahkan diantarkan ke kamarnya oleh robot, ya, everything is technology. But this is a bit controversial, ya, karena di dunia hospitality, personal experience is more needed gitu compared to making everything so technology gitu ya. So nanti silakan pada saat question and answer atau discussion bahas mengenai this topic ya. Is technology really how far should we go into this ya? Next. Yeah. Standards of quality service, yeah, 93% of consumers read online review before making a booking decision. So, balik lagi ke my story ya, that rating from customers itu are for us to grow our standards gitu. Bukan rating from customers karena kita ratingnya 3 atau 4, kita act and stop there gitu. So that's what I find very unique. Entrepreneurs itu para entrepreneurs hanya lihat rating sebagai identity. So and so if you don't manage the customer experience, akan terlihat di reviews-nya. Ya, even as simple as saya masuk ke hotel ini, they are not friendly. They didn't. They took so long to come and fulfill my request on the phone, or nobody is picking up the phone calls. Yeah, so these are experiences that people are particular about. Yeah, so it's not about function. A hotel itu is not about I'm giving you a room for you to stay, right? Or I'm giving you a food for you to eat. Gitu. It's really about the experience. Ya. Sama seperti di website ada user interface, user experience ya. But so you have to design your customer experience. Gitu. Yeah, next. Susah ya cari orang yang cocok buat hospitality, is not designed for everyone. So tapi luar biasanya Indonesia have lot of people who are naturally inclined towards hospitality ya, karena orang Indonesia sangat ramah, sangat hospitality.
Esra ini janjiannya jam 10, udah sih lah.
Ya.
Bener-bener kalau.
Okay, so the turnover rate di hospitality itu 73,8% gitu, which is quite high. Yeah. Next. Sangat berdampak dari pergerakan ekonomi, politik, ya. So if the economy politics is doing good, yeah, it has a direct impact. But again, entrepreneurs should go beyond this, yeah. Things that you cannot control, we cannot do much. Tapi we should focus on things yang kita bisa kerjakan, yeah. Creating a niche market for, let's say, well-being tourism, or like Penang. Penang has created medical tourism as a niche market itself, you know. So you need to create your own niche. Next. Ya, ini kita udah bahas ya mengenai sustainability, that booking.com has found that 70% of travelers would be more likely to book accommodations knowing that they are eco-friendly. Menarik ya, everything that has the endorsement of that this is sustainability, environment, kita selalu pikir the customers don't care. Tapi ternyata our generation is a generation yang rebuilding this earth gitu, ya. So I think we have to be sensitive to this customers. Yeah, they are already thinking about if they see the green logo in the booking.com or Agoda, they will go for that. Next. Ini pelajaran yang sangat sulit ya, and people learned it the hard way, how to manage crisis, how to make changes during crisis, how to adapt ya pada saat terjadi crisis. So global travel and tourism lost 4.5 trillion in 2020 due to COVID-19. So we all know that. Yeah. So crisis management must be part of the risk management that harus sudah ada di dalam perencanaan. Yeah, next. I'm just going through this so that you understand what should I do next. Yeah, how to grow. Yeah, next. Jadi if I want to grow, I need to identify, understand the market. Yeah, what exactly am I serving? Middle class population, high income population. Yeah, so if you go to Bali, there are hotels in Bali which are $4,000 or $5,000 a day. You know, there are hotels as cheap as 500,000 or 1 million a day. So you need to serve the market as per your research. Yeah, so spend a bit of time understanding and going around. Like I go around and stay in different kind of hotels to experience how the market operates. Yeah, before making any investments, and then make the right business model with breakfast, without breakfast. What kind of services you would like to offer? Yeah, so any element of finance is something that is forgotten. Makanya dalam dunia entrepreneurship, the liking towards numbers is something that you have to have. Gitu. You cannot say I'm just good in innovation and creativity. I nggak bisa pegang keuangan. Ya, that will be the down trend for your business. So do the calculations and planning and forecasting correctly. Gitu. Partnership and alliances are unavoidable. So that is have to be either you're part of a network or you're part of the platforms. Yeah, so these are some things that you could do for growing. Next. Yeah, funding and investments. Yeah, how can you scale your operations, marketing and promotions, technology and innovations. All this is very crucial, especially marketing and promotions. How can you make sure that slowly you gear your hospitality business whereby 80 to 90% of your customers come because of referral. Customers that who come in only for one time, they don't come again for the second time. That's where you're losing them. So you need to track this data mengenai how many repeat customers do I have, how many travelers who choose us for the second time. Itu sangat-sangat penting ya, because if they're not coming for the second time, most likely they have told 5 other friends that this hotel or this property or this restaurant is no good. Yeah, so really need to direct your energy towards retaining those customers and making sure at least 80% of your customers are coming from referral, orang referral. So that is the strongest form of marketing. So do your storytelling correctly, talk to your customers. Jangan pikir in marketing and promotion is just about investing in digital marketing. Spending the time with the customers and getting their feedback and reacting to it. Yeah, oh ini towelnya kotor gitu, for a small thing. Yeah. Oh ini ada stainnya ya. So small thing. It's the small things that matter gitu ya. Next. Customer experience, workforce management. Yeah, so all these things are crucial. Yeah, so let's go to the next slide. So what do we do now? How do I start? Right? What is my skills that I need? Gitu ya. Yang kita butuhkan adalah para leaders ya. So the biggest problem in hospitality industry adalah the musuh dari pada growth is actually the owners ya. Like I said, the staff are well trained for hospitality business. They came from hospitality schools gitu. Tapi ownersnya tidak mendukung, So the leadership of the organization must be willing to go on the ground gitu. Dia tidak bisa acting like a boss and not want to understand ground issues gitu. Jadi tidak bisa ditinggal gitu. And you need to be hearing small things like customer bilang apa, kemarin dia bilang apa, do you go through the review, customer review comments gitu ya. Itu those small things are so crucial. That's why I keep repeating, go through the customer review. So leadership and management is about that. Yeah, the ability to serve in those small activity. There is a breakfast, there is a tinggal, there is a entertainmentnya, restaurants. Yeah, is the small things. Customer experience. They prefer personalized services. Yeah, they become your friends and they are loyal to your brand. And of course, Richard Branson said that financial discipline itu sangat penting sambil making sure there is exceptional customer experience. Yeah, so in terms of your background, that's why in our content nanti dijelaskan di Ascensus, there is a module called business calculations. ya, bukan cuman teaching you about hospital, but business calculation, how to do revenue management. Ya, apa sih revenue management? Kita sering lihat ya harga-harga pada kapan bisa naik, kapan turun. Ya, itu ada strategi, like how you doing your airline revenue management gitu ya. So perhotelan, para pengusaha juga harus mengerti mengenai how can I change my pricing on certain days, certain times to maximize my revenue. So you need to learn how to manage your spreadsheet. Yeah, next. Marketing, tadi sudah bacakan, cultural competence, operational efficiency. Next. Yeah, innovation and adaptability. So with all this being said, we have together with a census, ada competency frameworknya. Miss, if you could go to the competency framework untuk seorang hospitality entrepreneur gitu, yang kita design untuk para entrepreneurs. Can you go to the next step? Here. If you see in this slide, we have put, look at this content, look at this content, and look at these competencies. So these competencies, if you notice, are very unique. Ya, kenapa saya bilang unique? Unlike other hospitality programs, mungkin ada beberapa saya notice dari back data, ada yang beberapa dosen ya di sini ya. You might want to revisit your hospitality program. Apakah program Anda training orang untuk kerja di perhotelan atau bisa ditweak untuk menjadi para entrepreneurs gitu. And if you notice that we have the component of business entrepreneurship, right? Jadi itu dulu yang diajarkan. How can I can understand the values, the added value service that I'm putting. How can I do digital and social media marketing? Bagaimana saya menggunakan data untuk managing the meetings, the incentives, the conferences, the events yang terjadi di hotel gitu. Sustainability, human resource, ya. So this is part of our competency framework yang kita masukkan sebagai bagian dari hospitality entrepreneur competency framework. Yeah, so maybe I will stop here and I will let Bu Yati share from her side, and then Ms. Yati, Bu Diaz can talk about our program.
Yeah.
Over to you, Ms. Diaz.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Manish, for the insightful session. So we will move to the next guest speaker. We have Mrs. Yati Kairi as a Group Managing Director at Census Institute Singapore. She will share about the hospitality and tourism industry in Singapore and also the internship opportunity in Singapore. Mrs. Yati is an edupreneur with over 2 decades of experience in founding and scaling education business locally and globally. Mrs. Yati journey's international business began during her tenure as a business development manager in multinational companies. She also a co-founder at Census Institute Singapore. She has played a vital role in the establishment and growth of the institution, driving its success in higher education. Holding a Master of Science in Software Engineering and also the Bachelor of Information Technology, Mrs. Yati plays an instrumental role in the leveraging technologies advancements, data insight, and innovative practices. Her expertise helps her institution remains at the forefront of education excellence. Without further ado, I will give the floor to Mrs. Yati Kairi. Mrs. Yati, the time is yours.
Thank you, Tias, and thank you, Pak Manish, for the introduction. Before I share my screen, I just like to echo what Pak Manish has mentioned just now. When you are an entrepreneur, you need to not just focusing on the current business, but you also need to look into many aspects of running the business. You need to be aware what's surrounding you, not just focusing on your business in one location, but what is happening in the world. And, I love to hear you saying that Indonesia is looking into developing 11 Balis, in Indonesia as a whole. Bali is my favorite place to go to. And, as an entrepreneur, what is very important is also to ensure that you are up to date. When I say up to date, it's very important for you to know what's happening, not just about the trend, but also the tools that will help you to improve your current business. So, for example, Manish, you mentioned about looking into innovation and to be creative, right? And you must be, as a leader, as the owner of the company, you need to be adaptable and be resilient. I can't agree more. Yeah. So a lot of times, we as entrepreneur, I myself have been in this business for many years. Sometimes we forget. We are too busy trying to chase for money, trying to chase for revenue, but we never pause and to evaluate the current situation of our business. Yeah, and many a times we always complain, why our staff are not working hard enough? You should be working harder. Why are you not generating enough or more revenue? How can we expand and stuff like that? But I think, as the leader and as an entrepreneur, we ourselves, we always have to look into, upgrading our skills as well. What we learned in school 20, 30 years ago may not be relevant now. So, in order for us to be able to lead the business well and able to give the right instructions to our employees, and especially our employees are the generations that is like 20, 30 years younger than us. Okay, I'm saying about myself. I know many of you are much younger than me. Okay, we need to be up to speed. All right. So, okay, let me just get onto what I like to share with you. But before I share my presentation, I would like to share with you a little video about our school in Singapore so that you know who we are. Just hang on, I'm just trying to get my video up. Okay, here we go. Okay, so that's a quick snapshot of who we are. Oops, let me just turn that off. Okay. All right, so let me just share my slide now. Okay, can you see my slide? Yep. Okay, how about now? Can you see my slide now? I need to, okay.
Yes.
Okay, that's great, that's great. Okay, so a Census Institute motto or mission is actually engage, enhance, and enable. So when we say engage, we are very determined to engage our students so that they'll be able to come on board and to be able to understand what we are trying to deliver to them in terms of the courses. We are trying to enhance their skills, and eventually we are very focused in helping our students to enable them to find a job. It's as simple as that. So that's who we are, all right? And you saw just now, we ended the last slide, in the video, we are an EduTrust school. So for those of you who are not familiar with the Singapore environment, Singapore setting, for a private school to be able to deliver courses, especially diploma that leads to a degree course, we need to be licensed by the Ministry of Education, by Singapore, Skills Future Singapore, and we need to be edu-trusted. So I will show you who we are later on, okay? Now, what is important is what I would like to share with you will be the kind of courses that are available that we have developed and prepared for our potential students and participants, like all of you here, to see what else is there that you need to upgrade and what is there you need to acquire in terms of knowledge. Now, in a snapshot, I just want to share with you that we actually offer programs that runs from diploma, advanced diploma, and eventually our students are able to articulate to a degree program. Okay, and over here are all the university partners.
Yati, your slides are not moving. Maybe
Okay.
you could put it full screen and then.
Yeah, I think let me just do this because I find that when I go into a slide mode,
Yeah.
it doesn't share. Yeah. What about now? Sekarang bisa?
Bisa.
Okay. Right. Let's come back to this again. So this is actually a snapshot of what we can offer. Okay, what a Census Institute can offer. We offer programs from certificates to diploma to advanced diploma, and we partner with our university partners in the UK, in Australia and even Spain. Okay, so our students are able to go and do their bachelor's degree in overseas. All right. Okay, I've shown you this. These are all the university partners. So I want to zoom into the two programs that we are offering, and this is something that we are partnering with LSAF Global. Our programs are currently running in Singapore, but now with this partnership, LSAF Global, is allowed to actually run this program in Bali and even in Jakarta. Okay, so we do have diploma in hospitality and tourism management that runs for 6 months. Okay, and we also offer the advanced diploma in hospitality and tourism management for another 6 months. Now, what is the good news about this program is that we also offer an internship program. So what does it mean by internship program? It means that you are allowed to go to work under the internship work permit in Singapore, and you will be paid for the internship. All right. So typically in Singapore, a student will study the diploma course for 6 months, and then they will go for an internship for another 6 months. So the whole program runs about a year. Okay. Now, the same thing will happen if you enroll in advanced diploma in hospitality and tourism management. It will be running for 6 months and then followed by another 6 months program, 6 months internship program. So in total is 1 year. And once you have completed the advanced diploma, you are actually eligible to continue with your studies to achieve your bachelor degree. And you have a choice. Either you can go to United Kingdom, or you can do it in Australia, or you can do it in Spain. We have the list of our university partners. So this is the background, okay, of the courses that are available. Now, since we have partnered with LSAF Global is also allowed to run similar programs, these same programs in Bali and in Jakarta. Okay, so we will talk more about that as we move along. Now, I want to pause here to just have a feel, and because everybody been so quiet from just now, it's almost an hour. Can we have like some response? I want to know how many of us who are in this particular webinar are students. Can just type 1 so that I know how many students are there in this webinar. Can I see? Can you just type in the chat 1 if you are a student? Okay, we have 1. Any more students here? All right. So can I assume that everybody else are actually already working? Yes? Okay. Now, I would like to have another question. Job seeker, very nice. Yes, please do type in more in the chat so that I know who you are. Job seeker, if you are a businessman or businesswoman, okay. Thank you, Pak Iwan. You are the CEO. All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Any more business owners here? Okay. All right. So the reason why I'm asking is I just want to show you is for the students, in order for you to move on into the hospitality industry, you need to equip yourselves, with the right skill set. All right. And, I'm glad there are also owners and CEOs here who also could look out for the potential interns and employees. Am I right, Manish? Yeah, so this platform is actually a very good platform for us to have all the different groups of people who are
Right.
in the hospitality.
There is actually Ivan, who I have met also, and I think Pak Iwan is in the cruise business, right? Cruise line, yeah? Pak Iwan, yeah? I remember Pak Iwan is in the...
Yeah, pelayan wisata kan? Thank you, yeah.
Pelayaran wisata.
Yeah, thank you for joining us,
Yeah, pleased to meet you all.
Yes, thank you. So we want to show that this is how our students are benefiting from the program. In Singapore, we are already running the internship. Jadi mereka tu belajarnya 6 bulan, and then they will go to work for 6 months. Then they come back again to do 6 months of studying, and then they kerja lagi internship for 6 months. Yeah. So can I move on now? Yes. Okay. I am having trouble with this mouse now. Okay, so I just want to show you who are our partners. Our partners are actually established universities. Okay, in the UK, we are working with Arden University, okay, who have many campuses located in London, in Birmingham, Manchester, Leeds, Burley. Okay, and we have Adelaide Institute of Higher Education. This is in Adelaide, in Australia. Okay, we are also working with University of Huddersfield in the UK, and we are also working with university in Spain. In fact, we have a student who actually joining their intake this year after he completed his advanced diploma program in Singapore. Okay, so just to give you a feel who we are, all right? We are, like I mentioned just now, we are an EduTrust school. So we are not just a private school. Okay, if any of you who are looking into enrolling yourself into some programs in Singapore, please look up for this symbol. This EduTrust symbol is very important. It means that the school has the rights to offer the program, and the school has the rights to enroll foreign students, and the school has the rights to offer programs that is articulating to university. So this is very important. Without EduTrust, I don't recommend you to just go to any of these schools, okay? All right. So, I mentioned to you, our vision and our mission is to help our students and our participants to get a job eventually. It is not just about getting a paper, but we design the program in such a manner that the program, the content will help students to find a job eventually. In fact, what we also do is we don't just focus on academic, but we do a lot of value-added courses for them. We even conduct English courses on top of the hospitality program, because we believe that it's important for us to prepare the students to go for interviews, right? They need to know how to present themselves. They need to know how to answer interview questions. So we believe in preparing them, not just studying, but for the job. And, because we are part of this whole education industry, we are all lifelong learners. So, and that's how I am actually pitching to many entrepreneurs, especially those people who have been in the industry for very long. Sometimes it will be good to attend some of these courses just to get yourself refreshed with, what is the current trend. Yeah. And just a quick, sharing. We founded this Census Institute 9 years ago, together with my fellow co-founders, Mr. Plani and Eric Tan. And as a private school, we do have what we call an academic board, an examination board, chaired by Mr. Plani himself. Okay, and we have Dr. Teo, Dr. Fred, and Florical Go. And this also show you how credible we are as a private school in Singapore. Now, being a private school, like I mentioned, we believe in focusing on students' success. Okay, not just learning. The holistic approach is to ensure that, they embrace the right values, and culture, and we want them to live, to carry on all these, not just skills, the right values, when they go into the workforce, and when they go back to their own countries. We actually currently have students coming from different regions. So we have students from Vietnam, we have students from Sri Lanka, from India. We are also enrolling students from Thailand, from China, and also from Central Asia. So this is the landscape in Singapore. We foresee that there's potential for you to study in Indonesia, but because of our partnership with LSAF Global, we also welcome students to, continue your study in Singapore, and, able to meet students from the rest of the region. Okay. Now, let's look at how this partnership works. I think this is something very important. I think this last slide is the most important slide that I want to share with everyone. Okay. Now, the partnership, of course, we work a lot between LSAF Global and the Census Institute to eventually have this offering. Right, Manish? The discussion has been a lot.
That's right.
Many discussion, and there are many stakeholders. Not easy. It's not just LSAF Global and a Census. But what we are trying to offer here is to show the Indonesian students that there is an alternative way and probably more cost effective, I will say cheaper, you know, than just coming to Singapore and study. Because coming to Singapore and study may not be as cheap. And especially now I see the exchange rate has, you know, has gone up. You know, that's not beneficial to the Indonesians. But is, you know, we welcome Indonesians to study in Singapore. But what I want to show you is that you can study in Bali for 6 months and you can do your diploma in hospitality. All right. You know, I short of putting here the hospitality diploma can be done in Bali for 6 months. Upon completion, you know, of all the modules, and of course you need to pass all the modules, you can move on to do your internship job in Indonesia. Yes, Manish? And we have partners to find the internship jobs within Indonesia or even outside of Indonesia. Right, Manish?
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. And to continue on, you know, to move on to the next level, you know, advanced diploma, you have a choice. Either you can do it still in Bali or you can come to Singapore. Okay. If you want to have an internship experience in Singapore, that's why I put here an important note. It is mandatory for you to come to Singapore. That's why I put here the red color to represent, you know, a census. That means you can come to Singapore and study 6 months, the advanced diploma, and then you can go on and start and work in Singapore too. That's not a must because you can continue to study in Bali and also continue working, you know, internship in Bali or in different parts of Indonesia or other regions. And for those of you who aspire to eventually graduate with a bachelor degree, you can continue to do so, depending on which university, because some of the universities will require you to complete 1 year. Some of them will require you to complete in 2 years. All right, so this is going overseas. Now, we are also in talks with some of our university partners to have this degree program to be done in Singapore. So, you know, by 2025, we will already have the degree available in Singapore. So this is actually the whole opportunity for those of you who are looking into getting, you know, hospitality industry. You wanted to study and how to prepare yourself to get a job in hospitality industry. This is actually a plan for you. All right. So I'm going to pause now. Maybe I will welcome Manish to add on to, you know, about this whole study plan.
Sure. Thank you, Bu Yati. So saying in sharing that when Bu Yati mentioned about the after finishing diploma and advanced diploma, kan ada mengenai bachelor's degree ya, bisa top up with the university partners. So what LSAF has done adalah kerjasama dengan hotel partners. That's why this whole relationship took some time for launching karena we wanted to make sure the students have that exposure. So ada 3 negara yang we have managed to secure partnerships. One is Spain, satu lagi is Japan, and satu lagi is US. So itu adalah di mana mereka bisa kerja di 3 negara itu selama 12 bulan. Mungkin Ms. Diaz, if you could share your slides so the participants can see our hotel partners. Yeah, there. Spain, Japan, USA. So this will happen in your, after you finish your diploma, 6 months, internship 6 months, advanced diploma 6 months, internship 6 months di Singapore, then lanjutkan dengan ini. Nah ini bisa dikerjakan internship in Spain, Japan, and US. Lalu bachelor degree-nya bisa dikerjakan dengan online. Betul ya Bu Yati ya? We can do it in the online learning. So to complete the bachelor's degree. But the main point is getting this kind of experience. Ya, so Bu Tias mungkin mau sharing mengenai tadi, karena I'm sure everybody is asking about how does it work. Tadi Bu Yati udah sharing. Maybe you can share the previous slide.
Yeah, thank you, Sir Manish. I think briefly because Bu Yati has already give all the details regarding the program. So of course, I'm agree with Bu Yati that for all the participants who let's say think who wants to study the hospitality program, and also Sir Manish mentioned about the hospitality entrepreneur competency framework. So all this program have covered all that framework. So as mentioned also with Bu Yati, we have these two program. First is a diploma. So for the diploma program, it contains of 1 year program or 12 months. It will be divided by two. The first 6 months you will study first either in Jakarta or Bali, and another 6 months you will do the internship either in Indonesia or Malaysia. So let's say if you want to have experience, study and have the exposure study in Singapore for the advanced diploma, also it's possible. So same the arrangement for the advanced diploma in hospitality and tourism management. So the first 6 months you will do study for the advanced diploma in either Bali, Jakarta, and Singapore. But the good thing is if you take the program in Singapore, that you have the opportunity to do the 6-month internship in Singapore. So this 2 years program, you can get diploma in hospitality and tourism management, and also advanced diploma, and additional a 1 year internship. You already have the experience. You already try do internship in either in Bali or maybe in Malaysia, and then another year or 6 months you will do internship in Singapore. So in terms of if you already give your CV that you have that kind of experience. So agree also with Sir Manish that if you have another plan, let's say I want to have a bachelor degree, so you can choose this kind of all the university partner. As I mentioned with Bu Yati, let's say if you want to have a UK degree, you can choose this Ardent University or University of Huddersfield. And if you want to go an Australian degree, you can go to Adelaide and also University of Tasmania. And for the Spain, you can choose this UK. So actually for this, 4 years, first year for the diploma, second year for advanced diploma, and also there is some program that only additional 1 year for the bachelor degree and 2 years. You already have all the degree plus also the experience. Because in Indonesia, when you study, at least you need to fill up, 4 years first study, and then after that you fresh graduate without any experience. Because hospitality, you need a lot of experience. That's why we make this kind of program that, all the concept, the knowledge is there, but also we combine it with the internship. So you have a lot of experience also there. Okay.
Yeah, Ms. Diaz, I just want to add the US and Spain.
Yeah.
The contract is only for 1 year maximum.
Correct.
Yeah? So I know some of the students might be thinking that after 1 year in US, I will continue in US. The contract requires you to come back, because
Yes.
that's the regulation with the immigration, that the 1 year internship in US can only be there for 12 months. You cannot continue. So I just want to clear that, because there is a lot of perceptions around that.
Yeah, but in terms of the value, they already have the values there. The 6 months in Indonesia or Malaysia, and then another 6 months in Singapore, and then if they continue another 1 year, either in US, Japan, and also Spain, means that when they come back to Indonesia, their CV is already full a lot of experience.
Exactly.
I think
Exactly.
you have
Having this
something to add?
experience sorry?
You have something to add, sir?
No, I said having this experience is good, so that what we are telling them is get this experience so that they can go into the hospitality business themselves, because I want to encourage them not only to get the jobs, but also to actually go into the business itself. Yeah, like today's topic is about entrepreneurship. So, but you need to start with these exposures first. Yeah. So, Ms. Yes, I think let's open for discussion and questions so we can answer
Yes.
questions. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think thank you so much, Bu Yati and also Sir Manish for the sharing session and insightful material. So now we come to the Q&A session. So if the participant, let's say, have any questions related to the topic and also related like, like internship or something, you can like raise your hand or maybe like you can put it in the chat box function. I will help to read it maybe.
And can ask in bahasa, yeah, I can answer in bahasa.
Ya, boleh juga di
Or even
bahasa
Bu Yati can
Indonesia.
also answer in bahasa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
actually
so-
Bu Yati also I think understand bahasa, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
I think while waiting from the participant asking questions, so actually I already also have like a list of questions from the participants before. Okay, I think there is a question here from Vivi. Internship di Malaysia dan Singapura apa dibayar? Berapa bayarannya dan biaya hidupnya bagaimana? Maybe Sir Manish or maybe Bu Yati?
Yeah, I will answer this question. Ya, Malaysia, karena sudah ada student yang sudah going ya to Malaysia. So terakhir, what I understand, the internship di Malaysia itu bayarannya sekitar 800 ringgit ya, what I remember ya, 800 to 1000 ringgit. And di sana sudah tinggalnya di dalam hotel punya accommodation. So the students study there, mereka kerja di sana, tinggalnya di sana, and the meal that is provided is only lunch, right? Yes, I remember. It's only the lunch, yeah. So you have to manage your dinner, yeah. So recently we sent a student ke hotel apa dia yang Port Dickson itu? What was the name of the hotel recently?
Royal.
Right, yeah. We have one recently who just flight in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's are the hotels in Malaysia, but the range is around that much. Vivi mengenai internship ya.
Yeah.
But internship in Malaysia itu banyak sekali. You can choose for Dixon, KL, all those interesting places ya. Tapi I just want to make you aware ya. Pada saat internship itu banyak orang pikir that I will stay in a hotel room yang mewah gitu. Anak-anak hotel itu need to prepare their mind that ada sharing room gitu. It's like a sharing room, gak semewah that you might imagine gitu ya. Jadi I think siap-siap belajar dari ground roots gitu loh. Jangan langsung mengharapkan kemewahan ya. Ada hotel yang benar-benar like the recent Royal one was quite good ya. Tapi I just want to prepare the students, gak semuanya semewah itu gitu.
Okay, thank you, Sir Manish. Maybe from Bu Yati for the
Okay.
Singapore side.
Yeah, okay. So like I mentioned just now, kalau mau participate in the internship in Singapore is mandatory. Harus belajar dulu 6 bulan di Singapura, baru bisa kerjanya 6 bulan. Okay, and of course Jessica is asking, right? LBV is asking whether how much is the pembayaran. So in Singapore, okay, our students are getting paid between $800 to as much as $1,300 in Singapore. Of course, very, very few will get up to 1,500. Now, biaya hidup, of course, is very different, kan? In Singapore, they do not offer any lodging. So you still need to find kos-kosan lah. Yeah, so if you're looking into sharing rooms per kamar, usually about $800 Singapore dollars. But you can share with friends, so you can divide $800 satu kamar mungkin 2 orang. Yeah, so just give you a feel of how much the rental is like in Singapore. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thank you,
Jessica
thank
is
you.
asking about first year student in diploma hospitality in Polytechnic Sukoharjo. I'm looking for chance to go UK or Europe. Do you have plan for that? I'm interested in study in Leeds. Oh, Jessica. Okay. At the moment, we don't have hotel partners in UK or in Europe. Those three countries is that we manage. But yeah, Spain is part of Europe though. So if you wish to go to Spain, is something that we could arrange for you. But this is privileges that we have secured for our students at the moment. So what I could suggest, if you have finished your diploma, I don't know, Bu Yati, if somebody already has diploma, can they enter into the advanced diploma in our side?
Yeah, we can look at her qualification, and very high chance that we will be able to give her exemption from
Okay.
diploma level, and then bisa masuk ke advanced diploma.
Advanced diploma, and then after that, then she can go to Spain.
Yeah,
and job.
yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
I hope, Jessica, that could be one potential plan.
Yes, correct.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you, Sir Manish and Bu Yati. I think Mr. Talim here raised hand, so you can unmute and
Yes,
you
yes.
can ask question directly. Thank you.
Can you hear my voice?
Yes,
Sorry.
yeah,
Silakan,
it's
Pak.
clear.
Yeah, thank you. But in the first time, maybe I would like to say, I would like to practice about my English. Yeah, but
Yes.
actually in Indonesia, especially I'm Lombok. Yeah, well, my name is, maybe allow me to introduce myself. Yeah, my name is Talim. I'm from Lombok, Indonesia. Yeah, it's about
Okay.
it's about 7 kilometers from Kuta Mandalika, especially international circuit, because it is really famous, I think, in
Yes.
Indonesia, right?
Beautiful.
And then really interested to joining about this Zoom, yeah, because sorry, I'm a practicing also in tourism, yeah, and then I'm teacher too, yeah, in a vocation actually, yeah. And then I need to, and I love about the sharing about the management, and then about this hospitality. Actually, beside I'm a teacher, I'm also like a management of one of sector of tourism in my place. Yeah, this sector, I mean, this tourism place is about kampung wisata, we can say. Kampung wisata is mainly, yeah, kampung wisata. Maybe some people here, maybe some participant, or maybe the management has know about Sada village, but especially I'm not be the management of Sada village, but it's close management of Sada village like this. Yeah. Uh, I'm one of the management in one of Kampung Wisata, and we have like one concept is got like a ecotourism. I have a concept in my place is to expose about the ecotourism, and then when we talk about ecotourism, we always relate it to like how to maintain about the local culture, and then how to maintain the economical in this area, and then also about um, environment is one of the important things, yeah. And then when we talk about hospitality, I think it's related to the concept. Also, it's about ecotourism too. It's related of that. So I have a question in this case is one. My question is, yeah, I got some, maybe it's about the famous problem in in this area. I mean, it's not only in my place, but also in some place another way. For example, it is about the trust. It is about rubbish, actually. Yeah? Because talking about talking about rubbish in the place or in the area of tourism, I think in Lombok, yeah, I always when I visit when I accompany my tourists to visit some place related to the tourism place, so we always complain. We got a complaint of rubbish, and rubbish. Yeah.
Oh.
question is, sharing the question. My question is, how to maintain, how to manage, to make like a minimal rubbish in the tourism area. Because I have tried to, do some trick, and then some cases how to maintain, how to increase, how to decrease about the rubbish, but still maintain from the people. So I need to sharing how to maintain about the rubbish first, yeah. And then the second is, I'm interested to talk about is like a digital marketing, how to expose and then how to post about our program and then our project to the world, yeah, by internet, by action. But I think in Lombok Island, for example, especially in my cases, I got some problem to expose because we need to like to disable all of the tourists, and then we need to like to get some income from every years. But I think, how to the best way to get a lot of tourists from outside our countries. Maybe you have some strategy how to sell and how to promote about our project in this case, yeah. And then third is about internship. I think it's really interesting, and it's really interesting for me because now students from Lombok, when they graduate from a vocational school, so they're really interested to get abroad, is for continue their study and also to look for some job. Maybe I think it's I need to specific communication about this case. Maybe I can get like the PowerPoint maybe, or the material, or maybe can I get some specific contact that I can contact to continue the specific communication about this. Yeah, that
Thank
about
you.
my question and my sharing. So please might be really waiting for the response. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Talib. Bu Yati, go ahead first. I think because you took notes. I'll let you respond first.
Oh, I always love to take notes, yeah. Okay, the first one about managing rubbish in Lombok, is a big topic. I'm not the expert. I cannot say I know how to manage rubbish there. But what I can share with you is what I see in Singapore practice. Okay, it is a very big project, Mr. Talim. It's not an overnight. You can't solve this problem overnight. It's a nation's problem. Maybe I always say that the reason why Singapore can be successful with many of these kind of initiatives because we are small. We only have about 6 million people population here. But the leaders, our forefathers who founded Singapore, who built Singapore, they are very visionary. Visionary. A lot of things that happen now is something that Lee Kuan Yew has visioned 50 years ago. Itu 50 tahun, perjalanannya 50 tahun yang lalu, It's not like now. Singapore will not be where we are right now kalau Lee Kuan Yew doesn't see this how he wants to see it. Berdirinya the MBS, the Marina Bay Sands and the Gardens by the Bay, itu is his vision. You'll be surprised that he actually visualized when Singapore turns 50, he wanted to have the National Day Parade with the flying of the aeroplanes, and all the jet fighters over the whole entire skyline with the Marina Bay Sands and the Flower Dome and all that. Can you imagine 50 years, But actually, he didn't get to see the 50 years. He didn't get to see. So, but what I'm saying is, and I also host some of these B2B, G2G government officials, like some of the private secretaries, permanent secretaries from many countries like Maldives and Mauritius. And, we do learning journeys, and they keep asking, how come Singapore is so clean? Kok bisa ya, Singapore so clean? Yeah, I say because it was planned, 50 years ago. Kan? So coincidentally, I'm also in Singapore. One of our schools actually focus in environmental cleaning. Okay, so we don't do any kind of training. One of my companies called Training Masters Workforce Institute. We only offer content. We ada 70 content on cleaning. Okay, can you imagine in Singapore? You know, every single cleaner yang kita lihat, yang cleaner yang cuci the toilets or yang sweep the in the not just in the hotels but also in the shopping malls or even in the roadside, setiap pegawai itu have to go for training. Every single cleaner in Singapore, can you believe that? So you see, don't say about, solving rubbish, First is all about, having to equip. Kan? Jadi itu kan like Pak Talim say, it's an ecosystem. So we do have that system whereby the cleaners needs to be trained. Not just give us a broom, a mop, they can clean. No. Every cleaner needs to be trained and they need to get a certificate. If they don't get certificate, the cleaning company-nya nggak bisa dapat any kind of license.
Yeah.
So that is the workforce kan, itu kan cuma a solution. But the mentality, the one yang produce the rubbish is people like us. That is a bigger problem. So that goes back to, again, education, in Singapore, in schools, because in Singapore, we also realize, there are thousands or hundreds of tons, thousands of tons of wasted food. Wasted food. That means people beli makanan or masak, never finish and throw. And Singapore is a small country, Rubbish is actually one of the big topic that we always talk about because we got no place. Either we burn or we actually have to tanam, right? But the Singapore island is so small. How to tanam, So that's why we move into recycling. We move into sustainability. So, in summary, Pak Talim, not an easy topic. We probably have to discuss many years. And this is a very many thousand of words of thesis, yeah, Manish. Maybe
Yes.
Manish can add to that. I'm just sharing, what we do in Singapore. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Yati. So about cleaning and making it clean, I feel everything starts at home. How we manage our own home gitu ya. Apalagi Pak Talim is from, by the way, Mr. Talim, you spoke very well good English. So,
yes, and so I say, you have to give him a round of applause. You speak very good English.
So I think it starts at home. When we teach our children when we are in the car, or there are times where people just open their car window and throw rubbish wherever they like. Yeah. So I think campaigns should be taught in the schools, that how can from young age the habit of remaining clean. So we do that. My Bu Yati knows my wife is a very cleaning freak. Yeah, everything is well kept. Yeah, she has an OCD towards cleaning and keeping things here. So it's important that it starts there. So the campaigning, all I can suggest, I'm not an expert either, but all I can suggest that digital campaigns to keep Lombok free of, it requires a community support, community initiatives. So stakeholders harus di-involve dari schools, universities, dari travel agents, so they're all in a single campaign. Makanya Bu Yati bilang this is a national problem. Ya. Mengenai Bu Pak Talim, you mentioned regarding internship. I think we will definitely want to explore this with you for collaborations with Lombok students. So Ms. Diaz is the right contact. So Ms. Diaz, do contact Mr. Talim to get this thing.
Sure.
Your second question was about what? Yeah, I missed the second part.
I think strategy to promote, basically to promote kampung wisata, yeah.
Kampung wisata, the strategy to promote kampung wisata.
Hello,
Yeah, I think it's a long conversation. Yeah, how to promote But I think let's have a separate conversation with Bu Yati and Mr. Talim and myself, so we can talk about this particular project, promoting Kampung Wisata itself.
Thank you, Bu Yati and Sir Manish. I think there's another questions from Jessica and Vivi. They
Yeah.
asked about like apakah ada minimum umur untuk internship ke Malaysia, Singapura dan juga Spain.
Can you answer that? Malaysia is 18, right?
Yes. Sorry, sir?
Malaysia is 18, right?
Yes, 18. I think Malaysia, Singapore, I think 17 ya, Bu Yati. 18. Yeah, and Spain also same.
The minimum age is 18.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I move to another question that I received in my personal chat. So, there's a questions like how to work in hospitality industry if there is no education background, if the education background is not related. I think, yeah, they don't have like an education background related to the hospitality, but they want to work in the hospitality industry. Maybe Bu Yati or Mr. Manish?
Bu Yati dulu.
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is based on my experience with some of the hospitality partners. Okay. In any industry, when you do not have direct relevant background or educational background, you can still come in, tapi kan you have to mulai dari bawah ya. That will happen. Okay, so you cannot say, I come in and I want to become a supervisor, a banquet manager. That will never happen. You probably will start, because hospitality itu kan banyak cabangnya kan. Either you can go into food and beverages, F&B, or you want to go into the guest services side, or you want to go into the housekeeping side. It is many, it's many. Tapi kalau you want to go into like maybe in hoteling and all that, again, you will have to mulai. In fact, I can tell you that over here in this participants list, I know that some of them, can give a better answer to me, for this question. But, if let's say you can find an employer who do not mind to hire you, and then after that offer you the OJT, what I call the on-job training, and then later on you get more training from that. That is also another possible way. Yeah, maybe Manish?
Yeah, I think it's very common in Indonesia to jump into the hospitality jobs without any background, and I've seen that works, yes, but it takes a longer route for them to grow up into those leadership roles, So I would really encourage this person who has asked this question to start off having, like Bu Yati said, the target. If they just want to remain in that entry-level jobs or certain key areas like guest services, then probably you don't need all this education, But if you're targeting, I want to take managerial roles, supervisory roles, and that's where requires data, requires simulations, requires calculations, requires revenue management, So I think that will push the person to take these leadership roles faster, So it's really your choice. You want to go via education or want to go through in a slow, easy journey, So I would encourage to consider thinking about management and leadership roles, because with that ground level roles, you have very high intense competition, So I think create a differentiation for yourselves here. That would be my advice.
Yeah, thank you, Bu Yati and Sir Manish. I think I will give these questions to Bu Yati because it's related to Singapore. So
Okay.
there's a participant asked like if they already have a diploma and advanced diploma in hospitality and tourism management, our program, and then like join the internship program. They want to know like how's the demand in Singapore for this I think job, yeah, and then also like how much the salary. I think they're curious about that.
This is a
Okay.
Gen Z probably asking it, direct to the point.
Yeah, I think it's fair. It's fair. Okay. So basically, you want to know whether there's a job opportunities in Singapore?
Yes. Yeah,
The
I think,
answer
yeah.
the answer is yes. Definitely ada lah. You know, Singapore, we're always short of staff here. Not everybody wants hospitality job. So the market is always there. If you ask about how much is the salary, okay, after an advanced diploma, if it's a fresh diploma holder, what I was told by my partner, yeah, the hotel and all that, I think they told me it's about 2005 Sing. Yeah, that was what told me. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a good start, 2005.
Yeah, because there is a diploma, generally, even the Singapore diploma students are getting about 2005, 2008, sekitar itulah. Yeah.
Okay.
Not degree holder kan.
Kalau degree berapa?
Degree rata-rata minimally will be 3, tapi right now, I think the UMR-nya udah naik. At last I heard is about 3.5 to 3.8.
2008, okay. Which they can just collect over the years, right? Just work first and then sambil finishing.
Yeah, but if you can show like work experience, it may be more. Yeah, gitu. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Bu Yati. I think we will open also for another participants here live, ask questions directly to Bu Yati and also to Mr. Manish. Is there any other questions?
There's the question, yes, from Melissa, I think.
Oh, correct.
Right?
Melissa asked,
Oh,
jika
yeah,
kandidat yang
I
apply
think
untuk HR, apakah harus start from entry level seperti front office? Contohnya, meskipun kandidat tersebut mempunyai work experience in HR department, tapi beda industri, apakah hiring manager masih mau consider kandidat tersebut? Jadi dia beda tapi they want to work in HR, ya. Yeah, I had the experience about our students who are from finance, working in the finance division in perhotelan, gitu, and they were totally fine. And it's interesting that the way they operate in the hotel and the kind of business model is different, gitu. So I would say yes, yeah, to this. Yeah, Bu Yati, you have other thoughts about this? Can it be a different beda industri tapi masih kita masuk ke HR gitu?
Yeah, you know, I also have hired myself, right? People who are from different industry and come in. Like I say, it all depends on the employer. Apakah employernya sanggup menunggu? Because some employers, they want to come in and make sure that the person can just do the job, right? You know, rather than you come in OJT, on the job training, yang begitu-begitu. Really depends. But if you show, one thing that I like to share, Manish, here is that if you show your sincerity and how you are committed to wanting to get the job and want to do the job, I think that is a plus point for you when you apply for a job.
Yeah.
Benar nggak? You know, if you are not interested, you just want to see different kan. But
Betul.
I really want to learn, I really willing to start from scratch, then you shouldn't have a problem.
Exactly. Ini Bu Melissa tanya juga about apakah harus start from entry level seperti front office. So Melissa, can you unmute and just share what do you mean? Karena I'm a bit confused about your question actually.
Halo.
Yes, Melissa.
Iya, sudah dengar? Sudah bisa terdengar?
Sudah.
Ya. Jadi maksud saya ini seperti ini. Saya kan kebetulan juga dapat sarjana psikologi kan.
Oke.
Nah, setelah itu saya juga waktu itu memiliki work experience yang nggak related dengan psikologi. Nah, saat ini saya jadi job seeker, mau mencari yang related ke psikologi seperti HR. Saya juga udah beberapa hari ikut kayak mini training, kayak webinar, seminar tentang HR. apakah saya juga tertarik juga hospitality untuk kerja di perhotelan gitu. Nah juga pertanyaan saya tuh apakah saya harus mulai dari awal seperti menjabat seperti front office, maksudnya travel gitu, untuk apa ya istilahnya? Apakah harus saya bekerja sebagai front office untuk mendapatkan posisi HR atau apakah hiring manager bisa consider saya
Iya, interesting.
dari work experience saya yang sebelumnya?
Thank you. Jadi Bu Yati arti kan people who take let's say the diploma in management kan kita punya hospitality management kan ada banyak modules yang relating to the management itself, data analytics, marketing lah, ada human resource-nya. So mungkin Melissa bayangkan dan dia ambil management modules itu, and then dengan itu mungkin dia bisa perannya nggak harus front office, bisa langsung ke HR manajemennya gitu, nggak harus front office. Perhotelan kan tidak perlu harus front office. So what do you think, Bu Yati?
I have different views though, yeah.
Huh?
I have different views though.
Ya, silakan.
Okay, yeah. So Melissa, when you are in the service line, okay, and especially when you are targeting to become the supervisor at one time, you are not going to come in and just do one job, kan? Eventually, everybody wants to get themselves promoted and all that. I think I was once upon a time a management trainee as well. So if you want to, and especially when you never have any experience, maksudnya you never go into hospitality, like sekarang kan our students, they actually have hospitality background. Means besides going into the classroom, we also send them to the hotel. We also send them to learn how to do front services. We also give them opportunity to do table plating. We also send them to look into the rooms in the hotel. Yang begitu-begitu. So they are exposed, right? So for someone like you who do not have, and you aspire to get in, I can see that, you know, you can go like something like, you know, like a management training kind of a route, whereby they will ask you, you know, okay, sekarang, you know, you got to go and learn how to do front services. You got to go into the banquet. That is something that I foresee, especially in hospitality, because service, you need to know like 365. Semuanya. You cannot say, oh, you know, I only know how to look into HR. Sebenarnya, even if you're in HR, you will see that they are also expected to go down. Because you need to understand, kan, the requirements of setiap orang itu, like setiap role, setiap job. So if you want to get in my personal opinion, because your background kan dari psikologi kan, psychology, and you may have some experience with hiring, you may want to go through that route, but di dalam hospitality industry, jadi your jumping itu nggak langsung ke, you know, oh, you know, in the front services or something. You still do what you are familiar with, tapi in a different setting gitu aja. So maybe a little bit easier.
That's a good. Elisa, gimana?
Ya, paham. Saya juga waktu itu pernah ngelamar ke hotel kan. Saya nanya, boleh nggak kalau saya langsung ngelamar jadi HR, terus si HR-nya bilang katanya, semuanya harus mulai dari awal. Dia tahu segalanya.
Yeah,
That's true.
that is usually what employers will say.
Yeah, exactly it is.
Okay.
Good. I myself have worked as a waiter before in the hotel, so just for you to share, that it's okay to go through certain.
Yeah, sometimes harus berkorban.
Yeah.
No choice.
But
it's really no choice.
the fact that they will see that Melissa has also a diploma in hospitality, kan arti dia tahu that dia ngerti psikologi, ngerti perhotelan, have a pengalaman internship. I think that can create a portfolio gitu loh. Sekarang kan nowadays all is about portfolio kita. What is our background gitu kayak tadi Melissa cerita ya. So that's important to build your portfolio.
Okay.
Okay. Ada lagi questions?
I think that's all for the questions.
Dari Pak Iwan mungkin ada questions Pak Iwan?
Is Pak Iwan still here? Yes, Pak Iwan still here.
Terima kasih. Belum Pak Manish, lanjut Pak Manish.
Thank you, Pak Iwan.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think there is no other questions from the participants. So I would like to remind all the participants to fill up this feedback form, because this feedback form will give you the digital certificate for attending this webinar. You can scan the QR code, or maybe I already put also in the chat box the link to fill up the form. Okay. If there's any further questions, maybe regarding the program, or maybe you have any further questions regarding the social media, or maybe our hotline number, explained about all the details about the hospitality and tourism management.
Yes, kita foto dong. Bareng.
Yes, of course, sure, sir. So I think for all the participants here, it will be great if all of you guys can turn on the camera, and we will take some chairs after this. Okay. Okay, maybe Vivi, Jenny, Pak Iwan, Mr. Tala, maybe you can open the camera so we can take some picture together.
We have to go to Lombok to read.
Please continue without me. Not ready.
Okay.
Okay then, so 1, 2, 3. Okay, another one. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys. See you
Thank
around.
you everyone
Bye.
for your
Thank you very much
participation.
semuanya. Terima kasih. Selamat pagi semua.
Thank you everyone for being with us today. Thank you. Have a nice weekend.